Well, it's Monday. I'm about to leave the truck stop in New Jersey where I spent 2 days. Here's my homework. Pennsylvania is going to be tricky. So I'm going to go on 295 north from New Jersey. I'm near the Delaware River right now. And then I-76 west for 19 miles, 11 miles on 202. 7.5 miles on 30 west, and then you see here 322, 222, 30, 283, I-283, 83, 81, and finally I'm on 22 back to my familiar road. And then of course it's like I'm gonna stop there, pilot Duncannon, and then keep driving in 15 and 11. But yeah, this one. And here's the new book I bought. They didn't have that yellow one I had before, but this one is a new edition. See, 2015-2016. And according to this one, you can travel in Pennsylvania all weekend. All right? I did not know that. I didn't know they changed the rule. So now I gotta find truck wash somewhere the way to the border, and from here Canada is not too far. But first, yesterday I was going through an intersection. Yeah, usually when this excavator it's not very tall. I got a lot of kind of like room to play with in terms of height. But it's not too heavy either, so you know when it's too heavy the trailer sits lower, right, when it's regular height. So I left it after I hooked up. I left it at level 1, which is the lowest. And yesterday I'm going through these small streets, and I come to an intersection and I see it right away with my trained eye, because when you have a low trailer like this you're always looking for dips and rises in the road pavement. And so I see right away, like the road was crazy, like going, it's not even a railroad crossing, it was just an intersection, and there was a cop sitting on the opposite side. Like he had a red light, I had green light, but I saw the road was going like this, so I hit my brakes and I pulled to the left a little bit because I saw the dip, like that rise was in the middle. And I slowed down, so I went to the left, and I still heard this, like noise, so I cut the ground. So now I got the magic key. Let's go raise the trailer. And I need to check my chains. Let it warm up a bit, and I'll go check my chains meanwhile. Yeah, you see how much dirt is there? You cannot cross the border like this. coat it over here. This is the lowest part. And it looks pretty fresh. Alright, so that's my middle position. Now we're gonna lower it. And that's it. Come on. Okay, so now it's not raining. So you see, yeah, it's SK210 Cabelco. This is a 2012 model. You know, pretty wide tracks, but over half is still on the trailer, so you don't need to use these outrigger boards. But driving this thing was a bit difficult because of that screen. Everything is reflecting, you know, in the window. I hate that screen. And you see, that's how, at least that's how I do it. So I flip the bucket all the way till it cannot go any further, and then that thing I use for support, and it perfectly fits my board, you know. I did not know how to do this like when I first started, because everybody does it different. I figured this is the best way, like at least for me, because I have boards here all the time, you know. And then I decided if the machine is too tall, I just take some boards out of there, put them somewhere in the back. But this one is not too tall, so I kept pretty much all the boards there. And you see how, of course, it helps to have this room for the boom, because if I was like a regular double drop trailer where it has a full deck in here, right, so I wouldn't be able to lower this. And another important point is, some guys forget about this, is this thing, that cylinder is very sensitive. I hope that thing is not gonna rip my tarps, because it's touching it, but I don't think there's any pressure over there. But yeah, this thing, I saw one guy, he put this right across the, you know, he had a double drop trailer, and of course he had a deck in here, and he put that right on the deck. And I was delivering at the Caterpillar dealer in Toronto, and the guy who was receiving that machine, he was not happy. He pointed to me, he said, "You see what I have to deal with?" Actually, I'm not going on the road yet. I remember I saw a truck wash sign. It's not on the territory of the truck stop. You have to go out on the road. But it's right here. And I don't remember another location where it is going to be this close. Wait a second, that's not the exit. That's for cars. And so I call it truck wash because the main thing is I don't want to pay myself, right? It's not my machine. I said, "Do you take credit cards over the phone?" And they said, "Yeah." I said, "Can you wash tracks on an excavator?" And the guy said, "What's wrong with them?" I'm not kidding. I said, "Well, nothing wrong. I don't need you to wash my trailer or the truck. I just want the tracks because I'm going across the border into Canada." And he said, "Well, I guess." But he didn't sound too convinced. Okay, you see, I have to go onto that road on behind the fence. Yeah, okay. But he said, yeah, he can do it. I said, you take credit cards over the phone? He said, yeah. I said, how wide is your entrance? Oh, you're not gonna make it. I said, how wide is your entrance in feet? Because I didn't tell him how wide I was, right? How do you know I'm not gonna make it? Oh, I know, we're gonna wash you outside. I said, you can do that? Okay. And then I emailed my dispatch. I said, see, that's why I wasn't too keen on this truck wash. Because why can they not make it like part of the truck stop? And they put these concrete barriers everywhere to make things more exciting for truckers. And so my dispatch contacted the customer and they said, okay, go have it washed. And here we are. Yeah, so now I see what this guy meant. You're not gonna fit, because yeah, definitely. Okay, that's washouts. I don't need that one. I guess I'm gonna go inside. You see, it's in the right one says washouts, and I see the guy, yeah, washing inside the trailer. And then in the middle it says box trailers, and on the left it says flats and tankers. Yeah, I don't want to be associated with these drive-in guys and reefers, right? That's not what we do. Somebody catches me standing next to them, I can get some flack from my heavy coal union. But yeah, the entrance is definitely like, I don't know, 6 feet. It doesn't even look wide enough to accommodate like a drive-in trailer. What kind of truck wash is this? The sign fell off in the top. Open, it says Monday MF, Monday, Friday, 8 a.m. to, and there's no number in front of PM. That fell off as well, I guess. 8 a.m. to something PM, but Saturday 7 to 2. Oh boy.
That's it. Time for a respite. I worked too hard today.